This first question's for electrical engineers only. Could a hard start kit 50 microfarads be used on a fan motor that usually uses 5 microfarads? Any ramifications, any thoughts on that? That first question's for electrical engineers only. Welcome back to Kung Fu Maintenance, where I show you how to make the most likely repairs you'll need to make in your lifetime. If you'd like to get the latest videos, subscribe and then hit the little bell icon right at the subscribe button and it'll notify you of any new videos when they're released for you. Welcome back to Kung Fu Maintenance. Well, I got what might be the last final nice and cool day for a while. It's 80, it's supposed to hit 80 today, high of 80. It's about 70 right now. Very nice. Working on my preventative maintenance for my units. We're doing 2 at a time. I got a pretty big building. I've got about 16 units on this building, so I'm going to go through and test the capacitors and work things out here. So a little windy, nice and breezy. I'll take it. Nice day. Nice day to get ahead of these things. Testing the capacitors and everything. The capacitors can do a number on the number on the breakers if they're not correct. So capacitor kind of works like a resistor and changes the phase angle of the electrical current and the pulse pattern at which it's delivered to the compressor, kind of like a timing belt. So it's kind of, I don't want to have the strain on the circuitry, on the wiring, on the compressors, on the fan motors, as well as on the breaker panel if the capacitor is out of phase. So that's why I'm really focusing on this year. Good idea to kind of change it up each year in your approach to your preventative maintenance to, you know, get the biggest bang for the buck or the biggest effect of your preventative maintenance efforts. Okay, so a capacitor holds a charge in it even after the power is disconnected. So we're going to discharge the capacitors here. For testing, all we need to do is disconnect the start wire and then whatever side of that is the hard start kit is on. This one was, you could see, sitting off of its spot, so that's kind of odd. We've discharged our capacitor, and once we've disconnected those start wires, we can test it. Through research, what I found is that if you could test them this way, you can't disconnect common instead because the other capacitor would show through. Maybe also get my multimeter here and I'll set it to microfarads. Let's see where we're at. Alright. This one's got a Copeland compressor on it, so I may need a different capacitor size. Let's see what this one's at. This is a 35. We're at 34.33, so that's good. And the fan capacitor 5.02, so that's good too. So we're good there. I can re-hook up the fan. Before I re-hook up the compressor, I'm going to take a look at this compressor size, what its requirements are. CRE2 8825 PFV 970. Some compressors will tell you what's the required size, some won't. The fact that this is holding, it's 35, I don't know how long it's been here, but the fact that it's held its deal suggests that it is the right capacitor. But let me rinse this off a little bit. But we're here, try to research this. There we go, now I can read it a little easier. A little sip of water doesn't hurt. Alright. So let me see here. In my notes, I've been compiling a list of notes, and I've started on the Copeland compressors. I've got a lot of Bristol compressors. So I had a CR24. Oh, this one's different. Darn it. Okay. So for Copeland, we've got a CRE2 dash 0225 dash PFV dash 970. I wish they would just write them on the, but they don't. So okay. Now I'm going to try to copy that. Got it? Okay. Save my note, and then I'll search for that. Hopefully I can get a decent internet signal here. I found Bristol's site. I could actually search their compressors pretty easy. Oh shoot! I have an app. Let me try this. I've got a what is a, I believe it's even made by. No, that's made by Emerson. Maybe not. Okay. Technology. It's there, but you know. See, I've got this toolbox, and some of them you can scan a QWERTY code. This one doesn't have a QWERTY. This one's got a barcode. Darn it. But I can't insert a model number here, so let me see if I can paste that in and search. No results. Darn it. Okay, it's back to the drawing board. Back to Google. Come on, buddy. Okay. So, Copeland compressor reference guide. Yeah, it can be tricky. Sometimes I have to come back to it if I can't find it. Let me try this reference guide to see if it'll. It's got a PDF here on it. You know, I'm compiling this list, and when I get more of a further list, I'll share it with you guys. What I've got, I could just share what I got so far. I did share the Bristol compressors one. I'm still working on Copeland. I've got kind of a mix of both. Alright, that's going to take a while to download, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to my next deal, and we'll come back to that one. So this one has no hard start kit on it. We'll discharge the capacitor. Capacitors hold a charge after the power is disconnected. So it looks like the original. It's most likely a 40. Could be a 45. I'm getting low on my 40 capacitors. Here's the start wire for the compressor, start wire for the fan. Now that we're disconnected there, we can test it. It's got a QWERTY on it, and well, I'm just going to test it. I think it's a 40. A 40/5. Common and Herm. $37.85. It's just barely weak, common, and fan. Come on, buddy. Come on, chopsticks. .94, so it's just barely weak. Ay, ay, ay. It's weak by 0.5. Let's take a look. .40/5, yep. Okay. I'm getting low on my 40s, so it is what it is. I ordered more, but they won't be here till April 4th. Today's the 27th, March 27th. Again, what looks like the last cool day. Oh well. Here's a 40/5. This one's a round capacitor. These come in different shapes. A lot of the other ones are the oval capacitors. You've seen me changing out. Kind of nice that this is a round one. Just a tiny bit loose there. Getting that in a little bit. I'll be back. Okay. Here's Herm. And fan. And got the hard start kit. The hard start kit is a little 50 microfarad that is only in the circuit for a split second. It actually has a little deal that cuts off when it senses heat, a certain amount of heat from the electrical current passing through it, and then it separates. So it just gives an initial jolt. In my opinion, helps save the life of the compressor and the capacitor. By keeping the capacitor alive, helps keep the compressor alive longer too. Then the compressor doesn't wind up running under, you know, a less than ideal state. That'll help hold that in a little better. Oh, there we go. That worked out real good. Alright. That one's done. Let's see how our search is gone. Now we've got it so we can read the 40/5. Let me see. Oh gosh, still my internet service is poor. I might go back to we'll try something different here for that other compressor. We got eBay. $525 for that compressor from eBay in Australia. But here it is on eBay. Just trying to see it. Does it tell us the... come on. Capacitor size. Nope. That's the tricky part, is again, if they would just list the sizes, save a lot of trouble. Got one in Russian, I ain't going there. Okay. This one. I might have to come back to that and just hook it up as a 35 and stick with that. been working that way all these years. Probably not going to affect it too much at this state. Okay, here we go. Brand new. Wait, here we go. Discharge line. Refrigerant. Come on. What? What the heck? There we go. Okay. 3 tons. Come on. It's so frustrating. Start capacitor. And no. 35. 35 microfarad. Yes. Okay. So we've proven it out, and it's frustrating, but it is what it is. So now we can write in this one. This one's a 40/5. Okay. And my other one's a 35. This one's a 35. Okay. And now we can reconnect our start wire and our hard start kit. We can test our hard start kit too. We can do that. So here's the start wire. Alright, got a nice solid connection there. And before I get too far, let's measure that hard start kit. Yay, so I'm glad about the compressor. So far, all of my Copeland ones have been 35s, so, but it's good to work it out and really researching and just trying to make the future better. Oh, I'm supposed to measure this hard start kit. So we'll get one lead here, and then the common. Come on, buddy. And these are usually around 50. So 51.6, that's good. I don't see these going out very much. You know, they're only in the circuit for a brief moment when the compressor first starts. Funny story, I had a friend, and just throw this out there, okay? I had a friend ask me about a fan motor that wasn't running. It wouldn't start. And it had a new capacitor on it, would not start with a new capacitor, and he put one of these hard start kits on the fan cap. I know you're not supposed to do that, but sheer irony is the fan worked for a long time that way, and this measures only at 50 microfarads. So it makes me wonder, you know, I say you're not supposed to do that, but in a sense, giving it 50 microfarads for that brief second, I don't know. I just thought I'd throw it out there. He said it worked for it still hasn't failed on him. He's still got the hard start kit on there, still working. I just thought that was pretty interesting, and I wonder even someday to just, you know, experiment with that a little bit. I don't know. All right, so we're in here and just check and kind of make sure this isn't going to fall in any way. I did find it out when I got here, so, but we're in there stable now. Okay, so now I can plug in my disconnects and test this out. Nice, beautiful Palm Springs day. It's supposed to be a high of 80 today, so I'm very glad to get after all these today. Stubborn one. There we go. Ooh, hey. Behave. There it is. Okay, the longer side goes on the left side for this branded disconnect. All right, setting all these nice and straight. The other thing I should have checked was the fan baffle up here. I want to make sure that these are holding strong. This can cause a no cool call if the fan baffle was to come off and crash into the fan motor blades. So far all those are tight. Yep, that's great. This also has the fan wires sticking up. Not the best thing, but you know, eventually got to come back and work all those out. I'm focusing now on all the, you know, the capacitors, so make my biggest. Oh yeah. Fan motor spinning the right way. Compressor working good, nice and cold. That one's good. And here's our new one. Uh oh. Looks like a bad connection on that disconnect. And this is why I'm checking this way. Fuses are in good. This one may be a tiny loose. Just kind of move these in just a little bit. Tighten them down. Okay. See in there. Test again. There it is. All right. Whew. A little bit of a scary moment there. It's in good. All right. So kind of good. Could have been that fuse was a little loose. We'll fix that up. There we go. Put my covers back on. Definitely on the windy side this morning, which is good. But it keeps wanting to grab my hat, which is a little, that part's slightly annoying. But it's still nice and cool, so glad to get these. Yay, so we found one that was weak, and this one was good. And we worked out that compressor size. It's a good deal. All right. Only 14 units to go on this roof. This one, the roof's a big lot of units. All right, done deal. Stay safe out there. Oh, look. Another SpaceX rocket, or is it a plane? Hopefully that shows on the film. Looks like a plane. Yeah, it's going sideways. Definitely a plane. All right, it's on to the next units. All right, stay safe out there. Please do send this to any friends or professors in the electrical engineer field to see what they think about a quick search on my YouTube channel of whatever your maintenance needs are. You should find a bunch of different material that'll be helpful to your maintenance needs.